Hi, Helen, are you there? I need to speak with you right away. It's pretty important, so we need to talk about this. Do you have any time to talk right now?
Oh, Trevor. Hello there. Yes, we can talk. I'm just about to start getting dinner ready shortly, but for now, I can talk. Only for a little bit, though. We always talk to each other regularly, though.
Ah, right, okay, so everything is still the same over there? Nothing out of the ordinary?
Nope. There's no particular problems happening here, Trevor.
Okay, that's good, I guess. How's Penelope doing? Is she okay?
Yeah, of course she's okay. Why wouldn't she be? She's in high school now and she has her own phone, Trevor. You can just contact her directly if you want to know how she is. It doesn't take much to do that, Trevor. Just message her or something.
Well, it's not the most easy way to communicate with her. Whenever I send her a message, the replies are always just a bunch of emojis and stickers that she's bought to use in her messages. I was just curious if all adolescent girls are like that.
Is this the thing that was so important to talk about? Jeez, Trevor. If she's sending you stamps, then it means she is actually opening the messages properly and reading them. My boss at my work has a daughter who seems to be in the same age as Penelope. She doesn't reply to him with emojis or stickers, though. Hahaha. When you think about it, you're in a better position when it comes to talking to your own daughter. At least you're getting the emojis and she's taking the time to read your messages.
Oh, really? Is that so? But the replies I get aren't even words, it's just emoji faces.
Look, can we talk about this later? I really need to start preparing shortly. Can I just leave you to it? Don't overthink it too much right now, okay?
Okay, yeah, I suppose that we can talk about it later. I'll see you next week then, Helen.
Trevor, you need to reply to me right away. Where the heck are you right now? Do you have any idea of what the current situation is right now? How many days does it take for you to notice that you've been neglecting your own daughter? How dare you treat an innocent child like this?
Who is this? Is that you, Heather? My dear sister-in-law? Good evening. It's been quite a while since we last talked. What's with the urgency?
Don't say that you've got no idea what's going on. You need to get back home right now. I mean it, this instant. Now you really need to think about this. As a father, what do you think about this situation? Penelope is only in her first year of high school. I can't believe you will let your daughter stay at home and just leave her in a poor condition. How can a father do that to their own child?
Heather? Hold on, what is this that you speak of, okay? I am utterly confused. What are you talking about?
You need to pack your things and get back home immediately. You can't just leave her like that.
But Heather, even if you tell me to come home, it's just a bit hard to do that right now. I'm in Australia right now. I can't just up and leave.
You're in Australia? You're just leaving your daughter alone to fend for herself while you go halfway across the planet? Why would you go on an overseas trip at this time? How could you sink so low? This is the worst thing you've ever done. How could you do this to your own family? This is absolutely disgusting behavior.
Heather, you've got this all wrong. This isn't just some overseas trip. I'm currently working overseas. That's why I'm not in the States right now.
What are you talking about? Are you saying that you're in Australia for work? This isn't a vacation.
Of course it's not a holiday, Heather. I was sent to work overseas for my company 5 months ago. I thought that Helen would have told you what I was doing. It really was a sudden change in my career. A colleague who was originally scheduled to work in Australia got seriously injured in an accident. They got rushed to the hospital and they couldn't be transferred. I was the last-minute replacement if anything went wrong, and, well, it did. I ended up being flown off to Sydney, Australia to work in their place.
Oh, really? So you're filling in your colleague's spot in Australia? That's why you're not at home?
I thought you would have known since you've got a friend at the same company I work for. If you want a confirmation on all the info I just gave you, then I think you can take to them as they can explain it all to you. That'll put your mind at ease as to why I'm not in the States right now.
Right. Okay then. Just give me a few minutes and I'll check to see if this story adds up. Give me a moment. Trevor, are you there? Sorry to keep you waiting. I just talked to my friend about the situation. It seems like the timing and reasoning for you being at your work Sydney's branch is true. I'm truly sorry for not checking the situation properly and just blaming you for everything that's going on. I'm really sorry, Trevor.
Don't worry about it too much. I hope that now you understand my predicament here.
Yeah, I understand. Penelope was also trying to explain something to me. It seemed like she couldn't form the right words in her mouth, so they couldn't come out the way she intended to.
Is she not feeling so well right now? Are you saying that something happened to my daughter?
Penelope is very much on the skinny side. That's what I seem to get out of her.
What do you mean on the skinny side? I don't understand. What are you saying?
I was on a trip and I was close to the area you all live in. I stopped by your home a while ago to visit you, Helen and Penelope. Then I saw Penelope was alone. She was sitting there looking very hungry. Helen was nowhere to be seen. I haven't got a clue where she is.
What the heck? Why would she leave Penelope at home alone? She could have gone anywhere. This is very odd.
I waited for a while. It didn't seem like she was coming back anytime soon. Actually, it seemed like Penelope hasn't been going to school for a while. It seems like Helen also took Penelope's phone too, so no one could contact her.
What? This is unbelievable. Why would Helen do something like this? She can't just leave Penelope at home by herself.
I couldn't leave Penelope the way she was, not in that condition. I waited for a long time, but neither you or Helen came home. I contacted Helen first, but I couldn't get through her at all. It's like she's fallen off the face of the earth. I don't know what else to do.
Right, so that's why you got in contact with me. I'm really sorry that you've been put in this situation, Heather. As I said before, I'm currently working overseas, so it's not easy for me to get back home.
Yeah, I get your situation. I was able to check that your story aligned with what my friend said. That issue has been resolved. So the rest of this strange story is where has Helen got to, and why Penelope is here alone starving and not going to school.
I messaged Helen last week and everything seemed okay. She said that nothing was out of the ordinary and that she just needed to start preparing for dinner. Anyways, at least I can understand what's truly going on now. First of all, I would like to thank you for checking up on Penelope and making sure she's okay. I'm beyond grateful. I'll talk to my company about the situation that's unfolding and hopefully they'll allow me to return home temporarily. That way I can figure out what's going on.
Can you do that? It would be a lot to help me and of course your daughter. I'm with Penelope right now, so she's safe. I was thinking of taking her to the spa resort and I'm staying at the Beverly Hills. Would you mind if I do that so that she wouldn't be left alone?
I hope that's not too much to ask. If you could do that, that would help me a lot until I can get back to the States.
Of course, Trevor. It seems like the house hasn't been cleaned for a while. It has that moldy smell to it and it's super dusty. And, well, Penelope is my niece. I'm not going to leave her in a dirty house starving and without her mother. She deserves more than this. She should be loved and taken care of.
Thank you so much, Heather. This means a lot to me.
Also, I'm thinking of taking her to the hospital as well since she was so hungry when I first saw her.
Oh no, is she in that bad of a condition? That's not good. I'm really sorry for this, but would you mind doing that as well? Even if I try to get back to the States right away, it'll still take me a day or two to get back and getting tickets and time zone changes and,
I understand. I can take her to the hospital. That wouldn't be a problem for me. Just want to make sure she's okay.
Oh, Heather, I'm so sorry about this. I apologize for any inconvenience that has caused you, okay? I really do appreciate all that you've done so far. Thank you so much. I think my insurance card is in the top drawer of the dresser in the living room. It should still be there unless Helen moved it or something. I hope she didn't take the card with her.
No, it's okay. I've got the insurance card, right? I'll take her to the hospital first thing tomorrow morning. I'll get some food into her and take her with me to the accommodation.
Thank you so much for doing this, Heather. I really appreciate it. Okay, I'll be home soon to sort out this mess. Hi, Heather. Sorry for the late reply. I didn't mean to make you wait so long. I just landed and I'm about to leave LAX now.
Welcome back to the States, Trevor. I hope it was a good flight and that you got some rest. Well, could you please go straight to the spa resort that I told you about the other day?
Huh? What do you mean? Meet you there? I thought I'd stop at the hospital that Penelope is at on the way to the resort. I wanted to check up on her.
I know you wanted to do that, but I think you should scratch that. There is something else that came up that needs your attention.
What are you talking about, Heather? What's going on? Did something happen to you?
No, I'm fine, but I think I just saw Helen. It looks like she is staying at the same resort as me, but in a different part of the resort. I swear I saw her walking around.
What? You saw my wife at the spa? Why would she be there after she was supposed to be looking after Penelope? Okay, I'll be there soon. I can't believe she's doing this to her family.
Hi, Daddy. I really need to speak with you. It's super urgent. The thing is, you see, I don't have any money right now.
What? Is this you, Penelope? What's going on? Where's your mother?
Mom and I have gotten really skinny and are starving. I'm not able to get a job, and so I've got no money.
Penelope, you need to tell me about what's going on. Where are you right now?
I'm at home, of course, Daddy. Why don't you give me some of your money? Then I can go and buy something to eat.
Is it just for living expenses? I did get my monthly check the day before yesterday.
Daddy, I have absolutely no money left in my bank account. I don't know what else to do. You really need to give me some money. Otherwise, I'll starve to death. It'll be on you if you can't give me any money. Please, Daddy. I'm really hungry. Please help me out. I need you. I need some money.
You've got to be kidding me right now, right? You're begging me for money? There's gonna be no food for you. I'm not paying a cent to you.
Daddy, what are you talking about? You can't just not give your daughter any money. I'm so hungry and need some food.
Probably because you're not my daughter. It's you, isn't it, Helen? I know it's you.
What? I'm so confused right now. You don't think I'm Mom, do you? It's me, Daddy. Don't you see that the messages are from me? Penelope, your daughter? Did you forget who I was or something?
I definitely know that this is not my daughter. That's because Penelope has been admitted to the hospital. She's malnourished and needs food. That's why she's there.
What are you talking about, Daddy? I'm at home. I'm not so sick that I need to go to the hospital. That's totally absurd. How can you make up something like this?
I am not making it up. My mother is accompanying Penelope to the hospital so she can be checked over and get some nutrients put back into her. I also checked to see who had her phone. She said her mom took it away from her so she couldn't contact anyone. So I'm 100% positive that the person I am speaking to now is not my daughter. Instead, it's my wife who has neglected our child. I don't need any more of these messages showing up on Penelope's phone. She doesn't need to see the chat history between her parents. Swap back to your own phone right now. Stop playing games with me.
Trevor, did you just fly back to the States? Are you actually in the country right now?
Yes, I flew back. I've only come back temporarily to understand what the heck you're doing to my daughter.
Why? I don't get why you would fly all this way. I don't understand why you've come back.
Are you kidding with me, Helen? I came back because my daughter is being neglected by you. Heather told me about what was wrong with Penelope and how you weren't at home. She noticed how thin Penelope looked. Our daughter had no food, Helen.
What are you talking about? My sister was at our house? Why would she go to our house when she lives far away?
She was on her way to a spa resort near us and thought that she would stop by our house to catch up. You left our daughter there with nothing to eat. She was so shocked to see Penelope in the condition that she was in that once she saw how dire the situation was, she contacted me.
She went to our house? I had no idea that she was in the area. She just walked on in and didn't tell me.
Apparently she tried to contact you, but you never even responded to her messages. How can you just abandon our daughter with no food in the house?
Wait, so she contacted me a few days ago? I don't think I got any notifications on my phone from her.
Oh, really now? Isn't it more like you just ignored her and didn't bother to check your messages?
Well, I don't have any better way to say this. I'm currently with a friend on a little trip right now, so I'm just a little bit busy at the moment.
What the heck, Helen? Didn't you just say that you had no money? Have you got any idea what is happening to our daughter right now? You know, Penelope, right? Your own daughter? You leave her to go on a trip without any kind of food in the house. She's a kid and now she's in the hospital malnourished. How could you do this to her?
Oh, really? Is that what's going on right now? I thought that she could do things by herself. You know how much I need a break, right? Well, I do need money. I run out of money during the trip, so I thought maybe it would be good if you could wire me some.
If that's the case, Helen, then why didn't you just say so honestly that this whole thing might have just not happened? I assumed there were things that you didn't want to tell me, so you just lied and pretended to be your daughter, so that you could get the money out of me faster. What a crappy thing to do, Helen. I was still in Australia, but I guess you thought I wouldn't understand the situation here in the States.
Well, that's not necessarily what I was thinking about.
Helen, I could kind of guess from over here in Australia that something was off. The way you messaged me was odd. Something didn't sit right with me, and it's true. I guess you were planning to pay for your stay with the credit card I left you to use for Penelope and you. At some point, though, I would find out that you'd use the card, so it was no longer an option for you to use it without knowing what you paid for. You knew that if you checked out by using the card, you would start to panic because I would be able to trace back the payment. I wonder if this connected you to your lack of confidence in impersonating Penelope. You were not doing a good job at that. It was too obvious.
How do you even know that's what I was trying to do? Why would you say something like that?
Well, it seems like that's what you were trying to do. Also, just to let you know, I blocked the credit card.
Are you insane? Why would you block the credit card? How am I supposed to buy anything?
That's the whole point in blocking a credit card, Helen. You're not supposed to buy anything. You're not even providing for your own daughter, so why should I let you have access to a credit card? Why would I let you have my credit card when I know you and some other man are staying at some spa resort in Beverly Hills anyway?
What are you talking about? Why do you know about that? How did you find out?
You really want to know how I figured it out, Helen? I'm staying at the same resort that you are right now.
Are you kidding me? Why are you even here when you're clearly supposed to be in Australia? How could you have possibly known what I was doing?
Heather seemed to think that she saw you in a different part of the resort with another man. She was at a resort on a trip herself.
You can't be serious right now. This can't be seriously happening. I had it all planned out so no one would know where I was.
According to Penelope, our daughter that you decided to neglect believes that this other man is actually your boss from work. You took advantage of the fact that I was overseas, working really hard by the way to provide for our family, and you brought him into our home to have your little affair. Then when Penelope accused you of this, when you couldn't deal with it, you just went and expelled her from school. You took her out of school just because she was disobeying her parents even though you were in the wrong. You didn't give her proper food, you only gave her a bit of money and it wasn't even enough to live off of. It wasn't enough for food and living expenses. You just wanted the money for yourself and to have fun with other men, but you knew it was gonna run out eventually. Finally, you took the card and thought that you could use it for a fun-filled trip to the spa with your boss. When I noticed what you were doing, I blocked you from using it. Is this more or less how the story goes, Helen? It's not hard to track a credit card. There's no use trying to flee from your own problems now, Helen.
This can't be! How did you know what I was doing?
I told the person at the front desk that you both have no money. No matter what happens, you wouldn't be able to leave until you've paid for the other accommodations and other additional charges.
This has got to be some kind of sick joke you're playing, Trevor. Don't do this to me! Please, just let this all go this time, please!
What are you talking about? Why would I have let this go after all that you've done?
It's because I'm breaking up with that man, so it should all be fine again, right? We can just go back to how things were before, can't we? And also, hear me out. Since you've been working overseas, if I have to leave the house, Penelope would be alone at home at times. Even though she's a high school student, she's still a girl alone at home. You get what I'm trying to say, right?
I suppose. My overseas transfer has been cut short.
What do you mean? It's been cut short?
The colleague who was originally supposed to transfer to Sydney was able to come back to work sooner than we thought. We were both able to switch positions at a time when we were both in a good position in our jobs. They took my circumstances into consideration and decided that I needed to go back there during the next week.
I'm not quite following. What does this mean?
Well, due to formalities, I think I'll have to go back to Australia once more. With the help of my parents, Penelope won't be a problem of yours anymore. She won't interfere with your future life events.
Whoa, hold up, Trevor. You can't just do that. I have rights as a mother. It's easier for me to obtain custody than you, as I'm her mother, and that's just how society works.
Well, it'll happen whether you like it or not. I heard that you've been notified by the hospital about her condition. Because of the condition of Penelope's body, child support has launched a case against you with how you treated our daughter.
What do you mean? What about the hospital? Child support? Oh, just wait a minute, Trevor. They can't get involved when I didn't do anything to her.
You didn't feed her, Helen. You'll be arrested for child neglect.
You're lying. They can't arrest me. I didn't do anything to Penelope.
But you've done just that, Helen. You left her hungry. She could have died since she had no money to buy food. From now on and for the rest of your days on this earth, don't come near me or my daughter again. We don't need you and all you do is cheat and neglect our child.
Why are you being like this? Don't be like that, Trevor. We can talk this out.
So the mother who treated her daughter badly and cheated on her partner is with the police. They both needed to take responsibility for their criminal records and to pay the alimony. Also, a full refund of the money was used to pay for their spa. This money was paid for in a lump sum to Trevor's parents. Trevor will receive a fund directly from Helen. Also, his company ordered him to come back to Los Angeles head office. Once Penelope recovered from her malnutrition, we moved in with Trevor's parents. Their known address was only given to Heather, who helped him out. Penelope wants to go back to school again, so she's transferred to another high school part-time. She's trying her best. Trevor has gotten his life back and tells himself that I need to do what's best as a father. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Come on now, Alice. When are you going to give up? Are you still refusing to divorce him? Really? After everything I've said to you? What? Don't play dumb with me. You know exactly what you need to do. Me and Drew have known each other since we were kids. We go way back. Way longer than you and him do, anyway. And ever since he had to move away from our town because of his dad's work, we've been in a long-distance romance. And it's been so painful for us to be apart from each other. Sure, maybe he hasn't been contacting me very much lately, but that doesn't change the fact that our feelings for each other are just as strong as they've ever been. And now that a miraculous twist of fate has brought us together, it's only right that we would get married like we've always wanted to. I can picture our wedding, me in my beautiful white dress, him in a dashing tuxedo, and a dartboard with your picture on it. I won't let someone like you steal him away from me, Alice. Drew is mine. He always was mine, and he always will be mine. So stop getting in the way of our love. Divorce him and let us finally be together. Set him free. You know it's the right thing to do. What's miraculous about it? He was always going to move back into town to take over his grandfather's company after he retired. Meanwhile, you stayed in town and married one of your high school classmates, and I seem to recall you've gotten at least a couple of kids now. So, no, it wasn't a twist of fate or anything like that brought us back into town. Drew's grandfather is getting ready to retire, so we moved into town in order to make the transition smoother, that's all. Not to mention, how could you and Drew be in a long-distance romance when you were never in a short-distance romance in the first place? You can lie to yourself about us all you want, Alice, but you know our love is real. It's realer than anything the two of you could ever have. Ours is a love that goes beyond words, beyond actions, beyond distance, beyond time itself. We're soulmates. It was written in the stars that we would move beyond just being childhood friends to being fully fledged lovers. So please, Alice, I am begging you, don't tear us apart. It's already too much for us to bear. If we have to stay apart for any longer, I think it's going to be the end of us. I don't believe this. Look, I feel like I need to nip this in the bud, so I'm going to be as straightforward and frank as possible. Well, spit it out then. Never contact Drew or me ever again. Neither of us want anything to do with you. What? We know that you're famous in this town for being a delusional psychopath. Everyone knows about you and your antics, and we've been experiencing them firsthand for the last few weeks. Who told you that? I want names! Rachel, you are a married woman. Your husband is a successful businessman, and you have 2 children between you. Drew is a married man himself. Think about what impact your actions are having on all of them before you start trying to become a homewrecker. Homewrecker? Who's the homewrecker? The only person around here doing any home-wrecking is you. You're the one trying to tear me and my true love Drew apart. The only reason I married my husband is because I gave up on waiting for Drew to come back into town to sweep me off my feet. I feel so sorry for doing that to Drew, and I realize now what a horrible mistake I made. But none of that matters anymore now that Drew has finally come back for me. I just told you, Rachel, Drew did not move back into town to be with you. We moved back into town because Drew will soon be taking over his grandfather's business. That was always our plan. How many times do I need to tell you this for that to sink in? Drew did not come here for you. How many times do I need to tell you, Alice? Obviously, Drew's plan all along was to marry me, once it came time for him to take over his grandpa's company. That's the only reasonable conclusion. You haven't said a single reasonable thing to me in the entire time I've known you. You're the unreasonable one, Alice, not me. You're so unreasonable that you can't even see that you're not wanted. Drew gets sick just by looking at that hideous face of yours. Ugh, you make me so mad. What is wrong with you? Why can't you just listen to what I'm telling you? Divorce my Drew right now and get out of our lives forever. We don't want to ever see your face around here again. Hey, Drew, you're working late again today, right? I'll come straight to your office to pick you up, so let me know once you find out exactly when you'll be finishing up.
Uh-oh. Don't tell me, is it her again?
You guessed it, it's your old friend Rachel. She just sent me a barrage of texts with the usual content, and she's currently sitting out in front of our apartment building, waiting for you, I assume.
Oh, for the love of... I have told her countless times that she needs to knock this off. What is wrong with that woman? I'm really glad we went with an apartment building that has a thorough security system. Imagine if we owned our own house and she found the address. There's no telling what she'd do.
Right, locked the front doors, security cameras in every hallway, and an underground parking lot with elevators that go straight into the building.
Okay, thanks for letting me know about that. I'm so sorry you have to deal with this. You have no idea how much trouble she caused me back in middle school. She went around to all the girls in our grade telling them I was her boyfriend and to keep their hands off of me. But to think that she's still keeping this up even after we're both married to other people? She's nuts, that's all there is to it.
Seriously, I used to think that people like her just existed in bad soap operas and corny B movies. It's only been 2 weeks since we moved here, and she's been escalating her harassment every day. You always told me you had a stalker when you were a kid, but I had no idea it was this bad. And when I think about her poor kids and husband and how this must be making them feel, it's all a terrible combination of depressing and scary.
Yeah, that's the worst part for me. About her family, though, I heard an interesting story from an old friend of mine. Apparently, her current marriage was arranged by their parents.
Whoa, an arranged marriage.
At the time, the company her husband runs now was teetering on the brink of bankruptcy, and Rachel's father, an influential businessman in his own right, agreed to supply the company with much-needed funding in exchange for her getting married to the former owner's son.
Wow, that sounds like something medieval European nobility used to do.
Right? It's honestly crazy that either Rachel or her husband consented to it, but for whatever reason they ended up getting married. It gets more interesting, though. Their positions have reversed. Right now, Rachel's dad's company is failing, and her husband's company is the one giving out financial assistance. Seeing as though Rachel's dad did save his company back in the day, it makes sense he would want to return the favor, but it's also a big reason why it would be difficult for him to divorce her. The friend who told me all of this actually is a drinking buddy of Rachel's husband's, and apparently all it takes is a few beers for him to start talking about how badly he wished he had an excuse to get rid of her.
Wow, that is one messy family situation. Yikes.
Right, but knowing how much of a disaster area Rachel is, I can't say I blame him.
Seriously.
Okay, well I gotta get back to work now, Alice.
Oh, right, you're at work now. I'm sorry, honey, I'll let you go.
Nah, it's fine. I should be thanking you. All I've got left on my plate today is some last-minute preparation for my business trip next week, so I'll probably be leaving in about an hour. I'll call you when I know for sure.
Gotcha. Talk to you later. Tick-tock, Alice. Every day is one day closer to the day Drew and I will finally be together. There you are, Rachel. What's up with the stack of divorce papers you left on our mailbox? Huh? What do you mean? You know what I mean. You left a stack of divorce papers in our mailbox with your signature on it. Just what do you think you're doing, Rachel? I don't get this at all. Oh, oopsie doopsie. Looks like I switched the envelopes. I guess the one I gave to my husband was the one I meant to give to you, and the one you have right now is the one I was supposed to give to my husband. What? I guess I should have probably written something on the envelope so I could identify them easier. Would you mind meeting up with my husband and trading envelopes? Hold on. Does this mean that you actually intended to divorce your husband? Of course! Drew is finally signaling to me that he's gonna leave you for me, and that gave me the courage I needed to kick my useless husband to the curb. This is giving me a headache. Exactly how is Drew signaling anything to you? I know everything, Alice. Drew's going out of town on business today, right? Oh, and don't bother trying to hide it. Your daughter told my son all about it at daycare yesterday. I mean, yes, he is, but what does that have to do with anything? Aw, you poor thing. You really don't get it, do you? Drew used your daughter to get a message to me through my son. He wanted me to know. Sure, he's telling you it's for business, but the truth is that he's using it as cover to finally be together with me. No, it's just an ordinary business trip. How can you be this delusional? You're just telling yourself that to cope with the shame and sadness of your husband abandoning you. But you finally get it now, don't you? After decades of waiting, Drew and I are finally going to be united in love this very night. I know my words are falling on deaf ears right now, but every single thing that you just said is a bunch of deranged, delusional, psychopathic nonsense. You really are determined to deny reality, aren't you? But you're too late. I just checked into the same hotel where Drew is staying. You what? I can't believe this is actually happening. Yeah, I followed him in his car all the way here. I know he was expecting me, but I still wanted it to be a surprise. Okay, this has just moved beyond annoying and into the realm of positively terrifying. Don't you dare go near Drew, do you hear me? I'm just glad they had open rooms available. I don't know what I would have done if they were fully booked. I wonder what Drew's gonna say when he proposes to me. What should I wear? Oh, I'm so excited! But my first order of business is to find Drew's room. I bet he's booked one of the big fancy suites for us to spend our first night in. Drew, are you in your hotel room right now?
Hey, Alice. Yeah, I am. I just checked in a little while ago. I've got some free time in the evening, so I thought I'd step out of my room for a little bit and take a walk to unwind from the trip.
Don't! Drew, whatever you do, do not leave your room. Lock the door right now.
What's wrong, Alice?
Rachel followed you, Drew. She just rented a room at the same hotel as you. She's out there looking for your room right now. You cannot let her find you. She is out of her frickin' mind.
Are you serious?
Yes, she told me about it by text just now. I don't think she knows what your room number is yet, but you need to make sure she doesn't find out, no matter what.
Okay, I got it, Alice. My God in heaven, she followed me all the way out here. I was joking when I called her my stalker in middle school, but now she's gone and proved me right.
Hey, what are you doing here, Alice? Did you come here just to get in our way again? For the record, Rachel, I was planning on staying the night here with Drew from the get-go. This isn't anything we decided on the spur of the moment or anything. Liar! The only reason we arrived separately is because I had some business to attend to before coming over here. Then what is going on? Explain yourself! One of our client companies is celebrating the 30th anniversary of their founding, and they're having the party at this hotel tomorrow. They invited Drew as the successor to his grandfather's company, and Drew asked me to accompany him. But why would he want you to come along? Drew's grandfather always had his wife attend these sorts of social events with him in order to have a closer, more familial relationship with his business partners. Since Drew will be taking over for his grandfather soon, he wants me to do the same. I don't understand. Let me put this to you in the simplest terms possible. Drew is introducing me to his clients as his wife. That's not... One more thing. I'm pregnant with our second child right now. No, that can't be! I hope this should all make it very clear that Drew has zero interest in leaving me or marrying you. Well, do you get it now, Rachel? But Drew is mine! Good morning, Alice. I'm not too thrilled to say this, but I've decided to allow you to stay married to Drew. Also, if it makes you feel better, I'll let you think that I was mistaken that Drew was going to propose to me. How generous of you. Oh, and one more thing. Those divorce papers I left at your house, you can throw them away for me. I was a bit flustered at the time, but now that I think about it, I'm quite lucky I gave those to you by mistake. If I had actually given them to my husband, he might have actually divorced me. Yeah, about those divorce papers, your husband told me that he's already submitted them to the courthouse. What? He submitted them? Yep, he just told me about that this morning. Oh no. You see, before I headed over to the hotel yesterday, I stopped by your house to deliver the divorce papers to your husband, just like you asked me to do. I handed him the signed papers, explained the situation, and had a little chat with him before I headed off. You what? He said he would call your parents and his together for a more in-depth discussion as soon as possible. And that's the last thing I've heard about the situation, so if you want to know more about why he chose to submit them, you'll have to ask him. What's going on? Why? How could something like this happen to me? Do you need to ask me? Think about it, Rachel. One thing I will tell you, though, is that Drew is absolutely disgusted by your psychopathic stalking of him. Stalking? That's nonsense. I have done no such thing. We told you time after time after time to leave us alone, but you not only kept telling me to divorce my husband, you followed him to his hotel in another city. What do you call that if not stalking? But I love him! The feeling isn't mutual. Goodbye, Rachel. Rachel's husband finally found the excuse to get rid of her that he'd been waiting for. While it may have been a one-sided obsession on Rachel's part, the fact remains that she was about to leave her husband for another man. He called both sets of parents together right away. He quickly laid out the reason for the divorce and had his lawyer take care of everything immediately. In the ensuing divorce proceedings, full custody of both of their children was awarded to Rachel's husband, and any property division or alimony that would have gone her way was eliminated due to her indefensible and incomprehensible behavior. At the same time, the funding that was being provided to Rachel's father's company was cut off, and 6 months later, the company went bankrupt. I ran into Rachel in town the other day, though she looked like she had aged about 20 years since I last saw her. From what I hear, she's been working all sorts of unpleasant jobs in order to both keep herself out of the poorhouse and help her dad pay off his debts. She turned and ran away as soon as she saw me, presumably out of shame. Now that we're free of her psychopathic obsession and disturbing delusions, my husband Drew and I have finally found some peace in our lives.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.